Hey everybody, we've got a Optoma UHD60 here. It has I want to say normalish problem. The complaint is that after replacing the lamp assembly, it's doing the same thing as the old lamp assembly, which is it tries to come on, doesn't, and flashes the lamp light. So we could be looking at a ballast problem, color wheel problem, maybe defective lamp, not sure. I don't usually take these in because the DMDs and main boards are problematic, but when everything else works, or I should say when the DMD works and the color wheel or the main board is good, I'll work on them then. So let's start by checking the lamp assembly, making sure it's safe to plug in, and then we'll power it up and see what happens. So to get to the lamp assembly in one of these, you push down. Then that flips open. Oh, I guess the detent doesn't work. Oof, I already see a couple things that are questionable. Why is there that? Then, let's get that loose. That loose. That door comes off. I wanted to check the tab. I want to make sure that tab was in position. Alright, here the door switch. That's good. Let's pull the lamp assembly out. Just give that a once over. Wires are tight, that's good. I don't think he had the lamp plugged in straight though, to be honest with y'all. Alright, so I don't know if my UHD51 video is out yet or not, where I replaced the connector, but it's the same idea as this one. Got the wires kind of pulled around the bottom too. I don't know if you guys can see down the bottom. Nope, you definitely can't. Turn this a little more. So the wire, see that wire? Get my little pokey tool. So this wire is going through okay, but this wire is not. It's not in the little notch. It's on the outside of it. Should be up in there. I wonder if somebody else had this apart. But either way, the connector, it should be big tab, big tab. Let's see. Yeah. Big tab, little tab, little tab. I guess you could do it the other way. But it doesn't really want to go down all the way. So anyway, let me put this back in. And then we'll plug that in, put the door on, and then we can test it. So you can see that rib. That's going to line up with that right there. And big tab, that guy on this tab goes towards the screw. Let me just get those wires around. I don't have a box in front of me, but I'm pretty sure when these lamp assemblies are shipped out, they have a little pamphlet in the box that tells you how to put that in. Alright, so door. Hear that door switch. Let's snug these down. Just want to see if there's anything. Nothing obvious here. I just kind of thought. Alright, let's plug our power in. There we go. Power and pardon me. And then over on the side here where the buttons are. Okay. Blue light, good. I don't hear the color wheel. I heard something try to happen. Alright, there's some fans, flashing blue light. Still no color wheel noise that I can hear. There we go, and it just shut off. Then we will probably get a lamp light. No, just goes back into standby. Check the color wheel. We will take the lamp assembly out, and then we will bypass the door switch. And then we will see if that color wheel spins up or not. I don't hear it. And if the dust I'm seeing is any indication of what's going on in here, that probably is the problem. Alright, can I see the color wheel? Yep. It is loose. It's not stuck. And that's good. So now, let's see, how do I want to hold that switch down? Alright, and then to bypass the door switch, I made this little clip out of some plastic. It's got a notch right there to catch on the edge, so put it in, slide it forward. Now it's holding the door switch on. So let's power cycle it, or power cycle the outlet. There we go. And we're going to watch that color wheel. Okay, power, blue flashing light. Oh, it spun up. Seemed a little slow though. I heard the ballast trying to tick. I heard something. Maybe it was the PFC. See if it shuts down. Yep. Alright, let's put the lamp assembly back in and see what happens. I'm starting to wonder if it's got a power supply issue and maybe the ballast isn't getting its PFC power, maybe. You know, it's not getting the 380. So let's set this back in. Try it again. Oh, look at it. Lamp. Lamp is on. Lamp turned off. Alright, so that could be good. Probably means we're getting the PFC. Probably have a color wheel problem. I'm gonna just guess. My money's... Jeez, what are they doing out there? I'm gonna suggest that there's dirt on the color wheel sensor, or it's a bad color wheel. But let's pull the power cord and let's start getting this cover off. Okay, let's start getting the screws out. Let's see if this one actually has a real filter or if it's one of those. Nope. Optoma doesn't think they need one. Then, okay, that should let us get the top off now. No other screws that I can see. Well, let's see. There we go. I hate that noise though. Like, I'm always expecting to see stuff flying after that. Piece of plastic. Well, there we go. Here's the inside of this thing. A whole lot of airspace. A lot of dust spots. Mr. Fan. Let's see if any of these fans are jammed. I'd expect to see a... Nope. I'd expect to see a different error if the fan was jammed. So we want to get down in there. A lot of stuff has to come apart. I think what we might do is put the scope on that color wheel position first and see, because we do have the lamp tries to come on and then it shuts right down. Actually, can I reach in here? Yep, that fan's spinning too. Blower fan down in there. You know what, let's actually, I'm gonna try a little cheat to get you guys a better view. Okay, so here, this is the color wheel sensor. That screw out. It doesn't look terrible. I don't know if it's really bad. Let's clean it. Well, some dirt did come off of that. Oh, let me make sure it has the index mark. I found the problem. Let's see if you guys can see it. Okay, so let me move the color wheel wire. You see that? See that black right there? That's where the index mark is supposed to be. The index mark came off. That'll do it. Okay, let's take this out. We're going to leave the color wheel sensor out for now because I need to get the whole color wheel out, and it just makes sense. The lamp assembly out. Get the basket out, and then we will take care of that. These are fun. then down to here. Okay, let's unhook those wires. This whole thing should come up now. Oh, that's right. Let's unhook the color wheel wire so I don't accidentally tear it. Not worried about the sensor wire at the moment, but the temperature fuse, that's got to come loose. I'm going to say the difference between the 51 and the 60 is kind of slim. Not a whole lot of difference, you know, mechanically, the way it's built. Alright. Alright, let me get the connector loose. Oop. There we are. Now, get out all the stuff that fell inside. And then did I get the... Yep, there's the last screw. Wow. This thing got hot. That's all rust. See? That's all rust. It's from heat. This is supposed to be stuck to the front, but got hot, and then the adhesive came off. So now, let's get the color wheel out. Oh, wrong screw. Put you back. This screw. And then pretty sure this one, and then there's some screws into the plastic on the bottom. All right, one more. There we go. There it is. There you go. So I'm going to put that on, but it's a little too wide. So let me just see. Yep, I like that. So we're going to cut that. And then let's get the length, just kind of eye it up. So the sticker actually has a two-part backing to it. So what we can do is I'm going to take one side off. Come on. Come on. And then I'm going to clean the rest of that off. Of course, it's right at the beginning of the blue segment, or cyan, that one. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Okay. This would be a lot easier to do if I wasn't doing it on camera, but I want you guys to see. Oh yeah. I'm going to go blow this out with the air real quick and then we'll put it back together. Alright, I blew it out with air, but I can't get this rust to come off. I was hoping that would just come off, like, see, that's got to go. That can't stay, because I can't put that foil back on without it, or with it there, so we got to get that off. So, move that out of the way, move that out of the way. We're going to remove the color wheel itself from the bracket, and then I'm going to go and actually take some sandpaper or emery cloth or, you know, something, and get this all cleaned up. Let's just get this guy out. There we are. Yeah, see, I'm going to hit that with some sandpaper, and while I'm at it, I'll clean that up too. So I'll go do that, and then I'll be back. And we're back. I got this nice and clean, got all the rust cleaned off it. Also the foil plate that goes on, I got most of the rust off. It's supposed to be like this. And once it's installed in the projector, that's actually, I think, held by the basket. So what we're going to do, to be careful, I don't want to bend that, is we're literally just going to put a couple little dabs of CA glue and CA glue is not great under heat, but it'll hold this in place well enough. There we go. Alright, I'm going to let that set up a little bit. It's not quite set up yet. And then we'll put this back together. Alright, so that glue is setting up. Just wanted to re-show you guys that color wheel. Actually, the weekend is past, so I just want to make sure that we're good. And I'm just kind of orienting myself. Alright, color wheel is about ready to go back in. I get this Kim wipe. Get the segments clean. I looked at a replacement color wheel for this. They're somewhere between $65 and $130 depending on if you get it from Optoma or if you get it from an aftermarket source. Personally, I think the most aftermarket color wheels are perfectly fine. There we go. Alright, that's clean. We're ready to put that back in. Get that wire in my hand. Okay. Oops, come on. There we go. And then that screw hole and that screw hole. So let me get my screwdriver and we'll get this back together. Okay, let's make sure that's lined up. Okay, there's one, and then the other. Oops, going crooked. Hold on, don't want to go crooked. Like that. And that is ready to go back in the projector. So let's slide that projector over and start putting this back in. Oh, come on. That was good. Got that in. Didn't pinch any wires, crush anything. We can put the thermal switch back on with the little wire tie. We'll do that from the other side of the camera. Oops. Screw came loose. Okay, so let's get that little wire strap back wrapped around the wires that it was holding. There we go. And that wire sits here and here. And then the color wheel plugs back in there. I'm going to put these other two screws in that hold the color wheel frame. They go down into the plastic, so depending on the condition of the plastic in your projector, these may or may not go back in. As long as you have the top two that go into that part that has the light tunnel, that's really enough. Pardon me. And don't over tighten them. They will break the plastic very easily. Now the one on this side for the color wheel is right in front of the hole for the basket, so you can do them both at the same time. Alright. Let's see, then there's one. There's one behind the connector. Actually, I'm not going to tighten that one down yet. Let's get that connector. There we go. Just had a wire that was a little pinched. Good. Nice and loose. So now let's snug down that screw that's behind the connector. And then the last screw for the basket is on this side, behind or right by the door switch. Alright, and then the connector little tab goes in first, and then set that down, and we'll put that black screw in. If you've seen my UHD61 video, you've seen these replaced. Alright, so pull back on the extra. There we go. Good. Alright. So we can almost test this. Actually, we can test this. Let me grab the lamp and we'll see what happens. There we are. Let's snug this down. And then Big tab towards the screw, small tab towards that way. Plugged in. I'm gonna move the top cover over a little, and then lens cap is off. A little bit of dust. Alright, stand by. We have our little clamp holding the bypass to the switch. Alright, we have a blue flashing light. We should get lamp. Up. Boy, that thing's noisy. But it is coming on. So it might be new color wheel time. Let's see, menu. Yeah. It's working, but I think that color wheel might be shot. So I found the issue. I didn't have my tape on there well enough. In fact, it's a little long. I think I gotta trim it back just a hair. Let's see how that works. Much better. The little edge isn't coming up. I must have touched it or something, because that shouldn't have come up. So I'll put this back in and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to test it. Alright, let's try this again. Some power. There we go. Then solid red, yes. Blinky blue. Yeah, it's going to be new color wheel time. Unfortunately. It's better, but that thing's just whooped. Oh, take the lens cover off. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be new color wheel time. It's functional, and this at least tells me that everything else is okay, but changing that index mark isn't going to work here. We're going to need a new color wheel. So let me talk to the customer, get that all figured out, and then I'll be back. It's been a few weeks, 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that. And I have sourced a replacement color wheel. Sourced 3 replacement color wheels. Make sure you guys can see that. I only needed 1, but then I got the other 2 because I figure if this one went bad, I guarantee you there's more people out there that need these, and if I got them in, then I figured I can save people some hassle on waiting on shipments. So I will put a link down in the description. As long as I have these in stock, or as long as the link has them in stock, I'm personally not selling them, being sold through the company. So if you need a replacement color wheel that is for the 60 here, UHD60, or any of the other models that it goes in that I'm not sure of at the moment, but here is the color pattern. You can see it's red, yellow, cyan, blue, green, and they even send a that's an insulator pad for the back so that it doesn't short out against the aluminum here, so we'll put that on. This is the original The original, they put some kind of silicone or glue or something on there. So this is the bad one. This one failed. I mean, it spins, but yeah, it's noisy. In a pinch it would work, but we're not bothering. But here's the replacement. Again, there's your color pattern. So if you need one, go ahead and click that link, and you can order it. The price is very reasonable. It's way cheaper than Optoma sells them for, that's for sure. And they are just as good, if not the same thing. So I'll look at that and just make sure. Oh no, that's got the stuff on it. That's good. So what do I need that tape for? It seems fine. I think just to be safe, we'll put that over the back. Just in case. I don't want it to rub through and accidentally short out. So we'll just set that there. I really appreciate that they send that along. This comes from Time Electronics. These are the folks I have down in the description if you need to order one of these. There we go. Alright, we got that. Alright, so to put this in, we're going to run the wire through that hole, and then the color wheel will sit here. So we're going to take the wire, feed it through. Now look at the back, make sure we get the back of the motor through the hole, and we can see the screw holes are all lined up. That's great. Let's get these. Actually, let me get my tweezers. I love gloves, but these little fiddly screw bits are a little difficult. Okay. Those are in. That looks great. Let's give it a little, oh yeah, nice and smooth. So much smoother than the other one. So this can go back in the projector, and we'll drop the basket in and all that fun stuff, and we'll see how it works. Now we're looking in the lamp basket area. I have the lamp basket out. There it is, wobbling on the side. This is the light tunnel right there. And we're going to set the color wheel back in, but I'm pulling this back because the screw holes line up down here and under here, all across there. So I have to pull that stuff out of the way when I put it back in. We're going to mount the color wheel back to this bracket. That, and we'll put the bracket screws back in once I confirm the alignment of everything. Looks like that side's missing a pin. Maybe it just doesn't have one. I was expecting to see a pin for that hole, but there isn't one. Just has the screw, no pin. And it doesn't look broken either, it just looks like there isn't one. That's fine. Alright, let's put some screws back in that. Let's get my Phillips, and let's get the fine thread machine screws. There's two of those. I'm going to put that one in there. second one, and then there will be, let's see, 2 more into there, and then 2 coarse thread screws that help hold this assembly in. So let's put this one in. That is not going in. I think that threads on that screw might need to be cleaned. Let's try this screw. Something's up with that screw, or with that thread at least. Let me take that out. I'm actually going to take the color wheel back off that bracket. And I want to check the threads on that hole. I'm kind of wondering if this bracket might be bent a little. It is looking a little off, but the pieces are not equal either by design. You know, they're offset a little. But I feel like, I don't know, it feels like it's bent. Let's try that screw again. Maybe I need to put the other side in first. Something's up with the threads in there. Let me get a heavier duty screw and run it through there and see if I can clean those threads up. It's just weird. Okay. So the threads are a little buggered in this thing. So when I run it all the way in, it just keeps turning. So this has been stripped out. It's just not a good design. I'm going to see if I can maybe peen over the inside of that, roll that metal and make the hole a little smaller, and see if that helps. I'll be right back. So this thing's just really buggered. I cannot get those screws to be happy in there. I tried peening it over from underneath, just try to get a little bit of metal pushed back in there, but it's pretty bad. I could put I don't know, something in to fix the thread, some glue or something, but I have this. It's out of another Projector, and it looks like it's the same. And the only thing I need to do is see if we can get this off. I didn't put a lot of glue under it, so I'm really hoping we can get under there and get this off. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Alright, it got a little wrinkly, but I'm going to go flatten this out real quick. Alright, pretty flat. Actually, happily flat. Let's get the super glue. And we're just going to do a little bit. Alright, that is plenty of glue. like that. A lot better than that rusty one that I had to clean up. I'm going to keep this because in a pinch it'll save somebody, but for something like this projector where the you know, it's got a brand new color wheel in it, we're gonna work with that. So no color wheel on it at the moment, but I just wanted to just show you guys that it is the same thing, or it should be the same thing. Let me just make 100% sure. Line it up in there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Screw holes line up. And does it fit? Over there. Yeah, alright, that's the lamp basket. I just wanted to make sure. So now you can put this in. Like that. Yeah, so it even feels like it sits on there better. There we go. One. And here. No. See, this screw got a little stripped out. There we go. All right, they're both in. There it is. All right, that's down. Now let's put the screws in that are going to lock it in here. So there's 2 machine screws on top. And then after the second machine screw is put in, there are 2 sheet metal type screws going into the plastic. Okay, that's good. So we have this one, which goes here. That one, and then on the other side. Now technically you could get away with just the 2 machine screws, but you want to put everything in if you can. Let's get that pushed back down, and let's get our wire. Let's get our wire chased over here. Right, and then I have one more sheet metal screw that goes in here and helps hold that plastic down. This guy right here. No. I think I put the wrong screw in. Oh, I didn't count right. This was the screw that I used. Oh, that's the wrong screw. I had a machine screw for trying to fix the threads on the other bracket, and that was this one. This is supposed to be a coarse thread. Hopefully I didn't just bugger all those threads up. There we go. Put that out of the way. It's supposed to be one of these guys right there, the coarse thread. You can see it goes right down there. Yeah, there we go. Much better. All right, now we're going to set the basket back in before we wire everything. Let's just tuck those wires out of the way. Hold that out of the way. Just get these lamp wires up in their little thingy, the little notch, so don't pinch them. Alright, lamp wire's happy. That's down all the way. Nothing is pinched. Let's get that temp sensor, or that temp breaker fuse thing back over here. And then we'll get our little wire clip fella and the screw that holds it in. Of course, my big old hands get in the way and I can't see, so let's get the needle nose so I can see where I'm going. Alright, those are in. We'll tie all this stuff down in a moment. Let's get our color wheel sensor plugged in, and then the color wheel cable. Alright, so let me just get this wire up a little bit. There we go. And then let's get the wires down so I can catch them inside the that wire clip that I just screwed in. So let's see, so this is going to go under that. That's going to go over, under, and down. All right. push this through a little. There we are. I gotta make sure I'm clear of that screw tower. There we go. That's all clear of that. We have to make sure there's that screw tower right there. Make sure we're not blocking that. But this looks good. I'm happy so far. Here's a screw. Right here. Okay, good. And then there's one here. Can you guys see that? Just about. See it down there? Alright. Then down here. Oops. Okay. Alright, let's put lamp assembly in. Yeah, drops right down. I'm glad I had that bracket because that old bracket was just, I didn't like it. I could have made it work, but you know, let's do it right. Alright, that's down. Nice and snug too, I like that. Okay, so now I just need my clip. Let's see, where did I put my clip? Here, clip. There it is. There we go. Okay, power cord. Oh, that sounds so much better. That sounds so much better. You can barely hear it. Menu. Let's see, that's source. Menu. Can I focus on that? Not really. Let's, I'm not going to be able to focus. That's just too short. See? There's the menu. But listen how quiet this is. That's all fan noise that you're hearing. That's great. Alright, I'm going to shut it down. And then we'll put the top on. Let's take our little door clip off. And then we'll get the main cover. And that just drops on top. Snap, snap. There we go. We have the door, which will be next. But let's just make sure this top is snug. I'm going to put this on by itself after I get the screws in. I don't want to accidentally bend the door switch or something like that. I don't think that'll happen, but you know, always be safe. Alright, first screw, let's do this one. Okay. Alright, that's good. Let's snug these down. I like that. Let's wipe down this top one more time. Okay. All right. Let's bring this over to the big area and fire it up. Alright, it should be this. Let's power cycle it. There we go. What we need to do is we need to reset the lamp timer. Alright, now we're good. Alright, and now let's bring a picture up. Alright, we got YouTube coming up. Looking for white. We'll find white. I know it's in here. There we go. Alright, we got a green test pattern, a purple test pattern. Looks good. White checkerboard or grid. There we are. This is what I was looking for. White. And again, that's on the screen. It's not on the projector. So this looks good. I am happy with this. Yeah. This is the white test pattern. Test pattern off. Green boxes. This is purple. Purple boxes. White boxes. White. And off. Alright. So let's get out of here and let's get video up on this. Come on. Alright, so I'm going to let this choppy 4K video run. I really need a new test source. I think I'm going to replace my Raspberry Pi with a laptop, because I think the Pi 4 is just pushed a little too hard trying to... Yeah, see, it's glitching out doing the 4K. This has been happening with 4K on this thing. I don't know if I can force it into 1080, but yeah, I'm going to hook up a laptop and try it. Please pardon the noise. The air compressor is running and sounds like there's a delivery. But we can see this Optoma is running beautifully. The Raspberry Pi unfortunately did not deliver a very reliable 4K signal. I don't know if it was the power adapter, even though it's a real power adapter. I ended up having to connect a laptop up to give me proper video. So you can see the colors are really nice. Color wheel definitely took care of the noise and the lack of lamp ignition. The lamp timer's been reset. So this projector is pretty much ready to go. The only thing I'd like to fix or adjust is the image setting. Wall color is pink. I want to take it back to white. Maybe I have to take it to off. It was on light yellow, but I'm going to take it to off. That's where I feel like it should be. And let's see, dynamic range is good. Let's bring everything back to zero. There we are. Because now that it has a new color wheel, any color adjustments should be done differently. You know, it should be done from zero, basically. So now that's all been reset. We can see that picture looks great. So I'm going to let this run for a little while, and then I'll shut it down, let it cool down, and get it packed up and sent back to the customer. So if I can help with any questions about your Optoma UHD60, please go ahead and put your questions down in the comment section. If you need a replacement lamp assembly for one of these, check the description. I've got a link in there with a coupon code. And if you need a replacement color wheel, I have a feeling many of these are going to be needing color wheels now or very shortly. Go ahead and check in the description there. I'll show you how to get one. I have two right now. I can get more if needed, but not until I sell these two first. So if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate that. Maybe think about hitting that subscribe button over there, if that's where it is on your device. If you found this video remotely useful, interesting, entertaining, whatever, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps me out a bunch. But most importantly, as always, Thank you for watching.